You're just able to find yourself a Panasonic S5ii, or if you're watching this in the future, a Panasonic S5ii, and now you're either looking to trick it out for your video work, or you want to, at the bare minimum, protect the camera body. And one of the ways you can do that is with this brand new cage by SmallRig. So this is the SmallRig cage for the Panasonic Lumix S5ii and S5ii. So I have a separate video talking about all the major features. In this one, let's take a look at what it comes with and how to install it on your camera body. So this one comes in the same type of packaging as most SmallRig cages. Some of them, such as the Sony FX3 and FX30, are a slightly different cage. Inside, you're going to get a packaging with just the cage. So I haven't seen a manual here or anything, so that's why I'm going to show you exactly how this works. So when you have the cage, if this is your first SmallRig cage, there's going to be two things that you're going to want to do. Number one is you want to find on the bottom, you're going to have a magnetic key, which is going to be the tool that you need in order to install this. So the way this camera cage is going to mount is with 3 points of contact. On the bottom, it is going to screw in with a 1/4-20 into the bottom of the camera itself. And in order to prevent the side-to-side wiggles, you have these two locking points on the side, which are going to attach to the camera by the studs built into here that you would use with a neck strap. So the first time, if you're going to get this and you're not paying attention, you're going to try to put this in, but you're like, okay, why isn't this going? It's not going through. And the reason why is that you do need to remove these locks here on the side. So let's do that right now. And you can unscrew them a little bit, but I find it easier just to unscrew it out all the way. Okay, we got one. And this is the other. Okay, so we're going to take that out. Next, you're going to take your camera body. This actually is big enough to fit it with the, so this is the 20-60 with the lens hood still on here. It is going to be fine. So grab it on the bottom, turn it over, and start it by hand. Okay, you want to make sure that it's catching into the hole, and then you can use the tool or a flathead screwdriver just to slightly tighten it in place. We're going to come back to that one. Next, let's install the one on the right hand side. This one's easy. So basically this is a flat piece and it's going to slide in right through the cage and lock in through the swivel stud. So we can turn the camera over and screw it in. Don't go crazy over tightening it. Hand tight is fine. The reason why is you don't want to strip the screws themselves, which is basically very, very possible. Alright, on the opposite side, so I played around with this a couple of different times, and if you just try to put this on here, it's going to be a little bit more difficult. So if you do have any difficulty, what you can actually do is just take the bolt screw out, put the lock in, and then screw it in place. So for me, this actually just fell in right in place. And we're going to screw this in. And the reason why, it's almost like a J-hook, so it makes it a little bit more difficult. Okay. Okay, and hand tight is fine. And there we go. So now the camera cage is installed in here. It's locked on both sides. So let's just go back and there we go, just give it a little bit more, and now it is completely in here. It is nice and tight, and you still have access to all of the ports. So probably one of the ones that is going to be the closest fit is this one for the remote, and it works just fine. So in a separate video, I will be discussing all of the features in this cage and a couple of reasons why you'd want to use it.